200 years ago today, August the 1st, 1959, the British Army fought against France and Austria at Minden. One of the regiments which fought in that battle was the 20th Regiment of Foot, now known as the 20th Lancashire Fusiliers. To commemorate the bicentenary of this battle, the 1st Battalion of the regiment, serving in Cyprus, performed the ceremony of the Trooping the Colour before His Excellency the Governor, Sir Hugh Foote, and the Colonel of the regiment, Brigadier P.G. Bamford, CBE, DSO. For the regiment, this particular Minden Day begins when, at Reveille, as is customary in regular battalions, the Corps of Drums march through camp playing the Minden March. And again, as is customary, the drums are decorated with the historic rose and primrose roses. The troops wait to tea served by senior NCOs, and then preparations begin for the parade that lies ahead. Outside the officers' mess, the Corps of Drums halt and fall out. For the drummers, there are greetings from the officers, all in unusual early morning uniform, and beer served in silver tankards. The toast given, whether in early morning tea or beer served in the mess silver, is no doubt echoed by Major General Kingsley, who commanded the regiment at the Battle of Minden, and whose portrait hangs on the wall of the mess. The toast, Minden Greetings. The ceremony for Trooping the Colour takes place in the early morning sunlight against a background of blue mountains. As is the custom, the parade is led by 4 pioneers wearing white buckskin aprons and gauntlets, and carrying plated axes. The ceremonial parade opens with the guards marching on under the command of the regimental sergeant major. guards are formed into line by the adjutant without their officers. The colour is posted in front of the left of the line of guards, in charge of a sergeant with 2 sentries. The escort to the colour occupies the right of the line of guards, the right having been the post of honour from Roman times. The warrant officers commanding guards now assemble at the saluting base. Now the corps of drums beat the assembly, the signal for the officers to move to their posts and join the warrant officers. The adjutant now hands over the guards to the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel T. Lash, OBE, and takes post to right of the line of officers. The officers and warrant officers march to their guards in slow time. And now the guests of honour arrive. Amongst them, Major General Katie Darling, the General Officer Commanding, Lieutenant General Sir Roger Bower, Commander-in-Chief Middle East Land Forces, and Lady Bower, and Lady Foote, wife of the Governor. The parade and the spectators now await the arrival of His Excellency the Governor. His Excellency the Governor, Sir Hugh Foote, now arrives accompanied by the Colonel of the regiment, Brigadier P.G. Bamford, and their ADCs, preceded by a mounted escort from the Royal Military Police. When they are in position, the parade commander will order a royal salute. His Excellency the Governor inspects the parade, accompanied by the Colonel of the regiment. Inspection over, the commanding officer, having been given permission to troop the colour, will give the order, troop. Then the first tribute to the colour will be paid by the band and drums playing a slow march from right to left of the line and returning to a quick march. A drummer detaches himself and, on the right of the line, beats the drummer's call, the signal for the captain of the right guard to hand over command to the lieutenant of the right guard. The right guard, as escort to the colour, march with the band and drums across the front of the parade to receive the colour. The escort halts facing the colour, and the regimental sergeant major, the representative of the warrant officers, NCOs, and men of the regiment, takes the colour and hands it to the ensign whose duty and honour it is to carry the colour. The colour is received by the escort with full honours. Arms are presented and the band plays in. The colour passes in front of the line. The guards present arms signifying individual homage to the colour. The final honour is paid by the guards with the colour, marching past His Excellency the Governor, first in slow and then in quick time. The governor, having received the final royal salute, makes his way off the parade ground. As the colour is marched off, the final compliment is paid. And now it's hats off to breakfast time and relaxation, with champagne in the sunlight and the evening still to come. It is evening, and time for the Minden ball, with a change in tune and tempo. Amongst the arrivals was the Deputy Governor, Mr. George Sinclair. Speaks for itself, along with the soft lights, uniforms, kilts, and party dresses. For the occasion, the evening is given additional glitter by the regimental silver on display, silver that was long in being before rock and roll was ever thought of.
Well, get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Yeah, get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans.
Very soon it will be all over. The white uniforms, blue berets and primrose hackles of the troops, the red sashes of the sergeants and warrant officers, and the swords of the officers laid aside, as are the roses of Minden, for another year. This has been Minden Day, a proud day of dignity and tradition to mark the bicentenary of the famous battle. And as it began amongst the blue hills and tawny plains of Cyprus, so it ends with Reveille.